Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Sienna makes her debut, Holden reunites, and Jill's twist. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, have been released. Fans can expect to meet Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, reconnects with this past. Plus, Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, makes a big decision about her dynamic with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers, here. Wisdom of Victoria Newman. In Monday's episode, Kyle tried to get the address of Claire Grace Newman's, Haley Erin, hotel room in Los Angeles. Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, wisely told Kyle she would do no such thing. It was a wise move because Claire would have exploded. Read more, find out what transpired in the most recent Y&R episode. Hardball by Kyle Abbott. Kyle continues to refuse to give up despite talking to Victoria. Kyle wants to find the girl in Los Angeles and win her back rather than giving her some time and space. Well, even if Kyle manages to get the hotel address, things will not go the way he expects. Sienna Bacall debuts. According to the spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th, The Young and the Restless, Holden takes Claire to a club he knows in Los Angeles. The proprietor of the club comes over to say hello to Holden once they have settled in. They know each other and it soon turns into an awkward moment. At first, Holden introduces Claire to Sienna as his good friend. Sienna, on the other hand, then rants about Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, giving the impression that there is more going on. So, maybe we will find out about Holden's past as well as what kind of secret he and Audra are hiding from all those years ago. Claire might push Sienna for more information about Audra and Holden's relationship. Jill Abbott's life-changing decision. Regarding Jill, she makes a significant choice regarding her relationship with Billy. The woman recently came to the realization that the way she treats Billy is also how her family treats her. Billy is so enraged right now, despite the eye-opening moment. Billy might resist at every turn, even if Jill wants to right the wrong. Maybe Jill decides to completely divorce Billy instead. Billy seems to have already done that as he doesn't even call her mom anymore. At the same time, Jill seems to think that Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, can do no wrong. She doesn't really care about the AI plan and doesn't see Kane as a threat. Could she come to regret this choice in the end? The Young and the Restless, Jill's twist, Holden reconnects, Sienna debuts, October 14th, 2025 episode expansion. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, indicate that there will be a whirlwind of emotion, confrontation, and rediscovery as new characters confront old wounds and begin to reveal long-buried secrets. An episode that is rich in nuance, heartbreak, and those simmering tensions that fans live for occurs on a day when the past and present intersect in Genoa City and Los Angeles alike. This episode will leave viewers on edge and wondering how far everyone will go to protect their truth or rewrite it, from Jill Abbott's life-altering decision to Holden Novak's unexpected reconnect Ion and Sienna Bacall's debut. Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, and Claire Grace Newman, Haley Erin, have been spending more time together lately, and the episode begins in Los Angeles. Their dynamic is still evolving, equal parts curiosity and emotional therapy. After the tumultuous Newman family drama, Claire is still adjusting to her new independence and is trying to find peace in Los Angeles, a city that both awes and frightens her. Holden, on the other hand, exudes a quiet charm and a depth that stabilize Claire. He's someone who has lived through his own storms, someone who understands loss and redemption. Claire senses that there will be more to this evening than just music and conversation when Holden invites her to a private jazz club in West Hollywood, which he describes as his escape from the madness. As they enter the club, the lighting is warm, the atmosphere intimate. While laughter fills the corners of the room, a live band plays melodies on the saxophone. Claire smiles, visibly relaxing for the first time in days. She says, "This place feels like another world." Holden grins and nods. That's the idea. To see who we really are, sometimes we need to step away. Despite being casual, his words mean something. A woman's voice soon makes its way through the room's hum. Holden Novak, well, I'll be damned. Enter Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, the club's owner, and Holden's past wrapped in silk and fire. She is sophisticated, self-assured, and slightly risky. Sienna has that enticing old Hollywood allure that draws attention right away, and she's wearing a gold dress that sparkles. Surprised, maybe even a little bit of discomfort appears in Holden's expression, but he quickly regains his composure. He stands to greet her warmly and politely. "Sienna. Didn't expect to see you here." Sienna smirks, leaning in. "You hadn't anticipated seeing me in my own club," she teases, eyes narrowing slightly as she studies Claire. "And who's your friend?" "This is Claire," Holden replies smoothly. "A trustworthy friend from Genoa City." Claire extends her hand, offering a polite smile, but Sienna doesn't immediately take it. Instead, she glances between the two of them, her mind already spinning narratives of its own. She says it again, with just enough edge to sound like an accusation. "A friend. Holden, you always did know how to move on fast." The tension is thick but charged with intrigue. Claire gets the impression that there is an undercurrent of jealousy, but she also gets the impression of something more substantial: pain, history, and possibly even betrayal. Sienna is not one to let sleeping dogs lie, so Holden clears his throat in an effort to reorient the conversation. She folds her arms as she goes on. "So, does Audra Charles still refer to you as her partner in crime? Or has that ship finally sunk?" At the mention of Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, Holden stiffens. Claire's curiosity ignites immediately. She had heard whispers about Audra back in Genoa City, mostly from Nikki and Victoria, but nothing concrete. Now, here's Sienna, dropping her name like a live grenade. Holden's voice is firm but measured. "That is old history, Sienna." Sienna laughs softly, a sound as brittle as glass. "Please, oh. You and Audra always said your secrets would stay buried. But LA has a funny way of digging things up, doesn't it?" She turns to Claire, adding with faux sweetness, "Don't let his charm fool you, darling. Holden's loyalty is a beautiful lie." Despite her surprise, Claire does not flinch. She responds with evenness, "We all have secrets. But they only have power if we let them control us." Although the language is composed and almost philosophical, it cuts through the emotional fog like a knife. Sienna makes an apparent impression by raising an eyebrow, then she excuses herself with a half-smile, breaking the heavy silence. Holden exhales, leaning back in his chair. "That," he says, "was Sienna Bacall, storm warning in high heels." Claire looks at him, speaking softly but insistently. "What happened between you and Audra, Holden?" For a long moment, he doesn't answer. He turns to look at the stage, where the saxophonist is performing a melancholy, lonely song. "Let's just say," he murmurs, "some mistakes take years to undo, and some people don't want them undone." Back in Genoa City, tension is simmering in a completely different manner. Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, who works for Chancellor Winters, is deeply contemplating her thoughts. She sits behind her desk and stares at a framed picture of her son, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, taken in happier times many years ago. The lines on her face reflect the years of conflict, love, and regret that define their complicated relationship. Jill has always been a formidable force, a woman who has built empires, outlasted rivals, and outwitted corporate giants. However, being a mother has always been her Achilles heel. Recent confrontations with Billy have forced Jill to see herself in a new light. Billy accused her of manipulating him and of never believing in his potential unless it served her interests during their most recent heated argument. His words cut deep, especially when he said, "You've treated me the same way you were treated, like a pawn in someone else's game." When Jill thinks back on her past, she remembers those words and how her own mother once made her feel like she wasn't enough and was invisible. She vowed for years that she would never become that woman. Yet here she is, realizing that the cycle may have been repeated. She says to herself in a whisper, "Maybe he's right. Maybe I've been so focused on saving him that I forgot to love him." Devon Hamilton, Brighton James, knocks gently on her office door, pulling her from her thoughts. "You okay, Jill?" he asks. "You've been staring at that photo for 10 minutes. Jill cracks a light chuckle. "Devon, just thinking back on my failures." "Don't worry, the list is long." Devon gives a sympathetic grin. "You and Billy are too similar to remain irate forever," she said. "However, Jill shook her head. Maybe that is the issue. Two Abbots who won't give up and can't see past their own pride. Her tone changes, becoming more resolute. I've made a decision, Devon. Something I probably should have done a long time ago. Devon frowns slightly. What's that? Jill looks him straight in the eye as she puts her pen down. I'm taking a step back. From Billy and this ongoing conflict. I won't be able to fix him, and I won't be able to keep trying to show that I know what's best for everyone. Her voice has a tremor, like a mother releasing her child. He has made it abundantly clear that he does not desire my love or assistance. Maybe it's time I respect that. Devon's surprise is evident. Are you really going to walk away? For now, Jill replies. But don't mistake that for surrender. Sometimes the strongest thing a person can do is stop fighting. Like a soft earthquake, her decision affects Genoa City. Billy doesn't act right away when he hears about it. Instead, he pours himself a drink at society while his thoughts and feelings are jumbled. She finally gave up, he mutters to himself. I think I got what I wanted, but there's no satisfaction in his tone, only melancholy. Billy is aware, deep down, that one of his few constants in life is Jill's messy love. Jill's misplaced faith in Billy Flynn's Kane Ashby could also become a ticking time bomb. She thinks that Kane's new AI-driven business is a good idea, but the people who know, especially Devon and Jack, aren't so sure. Kane's partnership with Jill's business gives him access to sensitive data, and there are rumors that he has been working on a dangerous side project, an algorithm that can change corporate profiles and financial markets in real time. If true, Jill's trust could end up costing her everything. The emotional threads begin to converge by evening, as the episode draws to a close. Holden takes Claire back to her hotel in Los Angeles. The night air is cool, the tension between them palpable. I didn't mean for you to get caught in that mess tonight, he says quietly. Despite the fact that she is still reeling from what she has learned, Claire shrugs. Holden, we all have histories. It's what we do with them that matters. He hesitates before replying. Audra and we got involved in something we shouldn't have. It started out as a business transaction but turned messy. People got hurt. Sienna knew more than she ought to have. And when everything broke down, I left. I believed it was over. What does Peter Bergman's new role in The Young and the Restless mean for Y&R? According to the latest news and spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Peter Bergman, who plays Jack Abbott, has landed a new role in an outside project for Apple TV+. Fans need not fear his leaving their favorite CBS soap. On Pluribus, Peter Bergman scored a role. The creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, Vince Gilligan, appears to have a new project that will premiere on Apple TV+, and we are beyond thrilled to see it. This series, which goes by the name Pluribus, has a fascinating idea and a unique connection to The Young and the Restless that has already piqued our interest. According to Entertainment Weekly, the show stars Rhea Seehorn as a romance novelist named Carol Sturcker. Carol seems to be the sole individual unaffected by a new virus that induces happiness and optimism in everyone else. Even though it might not seem like much, we think that, just like in many stories about science fiction, things are not as they seem. The upcoming series got a sneak peek. As a result, Carol sets out on a journey to discover the truth and learn how she can prevent the world from experiencing inexhaustible joy. This is all quite fascinating, but then Discussing Film dropped the trailer, and we were instantly captivated. Peter Bergman, a well-known character from The Young and the Restless, was the first person we recognized. You can hear what the mysterious character played by Bergman, who might just be the President of the United States, has to say to Carol if you listen to the preview. Let's just say that the rest of the world won't allow Carol to wriggle out of her plight. At least, that's the promise made by Bergman's delightfully ominous character in the preview. They are determined to uncover why she remains uninfected, and they plan to fix it. Peter Bergman's delightful shift in pace is this. This marks a refreshing shift for Peter Bergman, who has portrayed Jack Abbott on Y&R since 1989. He was famous before that for his role as Dr. Cliff Warner on the beloved ABC soap All My Children. Peter played Cliff Warner for a decade, from 1979 to 1989, before moving on to The Young and the Restless. What would you do if you were in a world full of cheerful people all the time? Would you join them or would you prefer to stop them? The choice is yours, and you can explore Peter Bergman's exciting new character when the series premieres on November 7th on Apple TV.